Alright guys, I am back with my review of American Horror Story Coven Episode 6, The Axeman Cometh. And I just got done watching the intro to this episode, which starts off in 1919 in New Orleans, and this serial killer is going around killing people with an axe. He's the Axeman. And this guy is already just really annoying. I think the guy playing the character is a good actor. He's doing a good job with it. It's just the character is so freaking lame. This is so stupid. So he sends a letter to the newspaper saying he's going to kill someone else on Tuesday, and he's going to walk down the street, and anybody who's not jazzing it, playing jazz music, he's going to kill. He's a huge fan of jazz music. He plays a saxophone. So he's going to kill any house that's not playing jazz music. Yeah, it's really stupid. So of course we see some witches in the Coven house back then. Reading this article in the paper, they refuse to give in to this guy. So the night he's looking for his victim, the only house not playing jazz music is the Coven house. So he just walks in, he sees a witch playing with tarot cards, and he swings the axe, but she teleports behind him, and then she runs out and stabs him. And then all the other witches show up and just start stabbing the guy to death, which was pretty awesome. He definitely had this coming. He was a huge asshole. So that was the beginning of the show. But yeah, the Axeman is definitely lame. Zoe wants to use a Ouija board to contact Madison. And Queenie is reluctant, but Zoe, Queenie, and Nan use the Ouija board and they get the Axeman. So Queenie freaks out. She says she's not going to do it anymore. And Zoe uses the Ouija board by herself. She tells the Axeman she will release him, but she wants to know where Madison is. And he says the attic. So she goes upstairs. She finds Madison's body in Spaulding's room. And Spaulding comes up behind her. He grabs her. She knocks him out with a doll, I think. And then Zoe, Queenie, and Nan torture Spaulding while Nan is reading his thoughts to try to find out if he really did kill Madison. And because he loves Fiona, he says that he did. But they know that he's lying about it. They know he's up to something. Meanwhile, Cordelia is released from the hospital. She comes home, and her husband touches her, and she sees that he cheated on her again. So she calls him out on it, tells him to leave. Then Fiona touches her, and she sees that Myrtle Snow was burned at the stake. We see Misty watering Myrtle Snow's body, trying to bring her back to life. And Kyle shows up. So Misty gives him a bath. He starts freaking out like she's trying to molest him like his mother did. He wrecks her house, breaks her radio. Zoe shows up and Misty says, "Just get him out of here. He broke Stevie." Yeah. So Misty, Zoe, and Kyle go back to the Coven house. And they chain Kyle up in the greenhouse, and Zoe shows Misty Madison's body, and she says, "Can you bring her back to life?" And Misty's like, "No, I can't. I can help you dig a hole, but I can't bring her back." And Zoe's like, "Please, you can do this." So Misty's like, "Okay," and then she brings her back to life. Like, what the hell? So they bring Madison back to life, and she wakes up and says, "I need a cigarette." Yeah, it's ridiculous. We see Hank, Cordelia's husband, and he goes to see Marie, the voodoo priestess, and we find out that Hank is actually a witch hunter, so this was a pretty big reveal here. And Marie is pissed off because she thinks he's gone soft. He's fallen in love with Cordelia, and now he's not doing his job. But Hank says, "I'm doing my job. I've killed 9 witches in 3 years. We get a flashback to the red-haired girl he killed and how she set her boyfriend on fire with her witch powers, so she was a witch. And Hank says that, "I'm still doing my job. I'm killing all these witches." And Marie says she wants him to kill every last witch bitch in that house, or she's going to kill him. And he better do it quick. So Misty wants to go home. She feels that the Coven house is giving her bad vibes. And Zoe, Queenie, and Nan go upstairs to check on Madison. And they ask her if she can remember what happened to her, but she can't remember anything, so she doesn't know that Fiona killed her. Meanwhile, Cordelia is basically being held hostage in her bedroom by the Axeman. He's threatening her, chasing her around, and he's pissed off that Zoe said she would release him and she didn't keep her word. But where is he getting all this power from? If he hasn't been released and he still has all this power, why didn't he do this before? So that was a little confusing to me. But Zoe uses her supreme powers to find this old book. Zoe, Queenie, and Nan read a spell, and they release the Axeman. And they don't release him like his spirit is finally free from the Coven house. No, he turns into a fucking human and walks out the front door. He comes back to life. It's crazy. So the last thing we see is the Axeman goes to a bar, he sees Fiona, and he starts chatting her up. That was the end of the episode. And it really bothers me because the Axeman actually said, while he was trapped in the Coven house, he saw and heard everything that went on there. But when the girls are asking Madison what she saw when she died, she says nothing. There's nothing on the other side, it's just darkness, it's all black. So which one is it? They contradicted themselves in the same damn episode. You would think someone would have said something about that. I know this show's goofy and over the top and it's supposed to be kind of silly, but you would still think someone would say, hey, these two things don't really make sense. So I didn't care for that. But the episode did have some good stuff. Madison came back to life. We got the big reveal that Hank is a witch hunter. But the Axeman really hurt this episode for me. I mean, it would be one thing if he was like an evil ghost, but now he's a human? And plus he has that whole thing where, hey, I kill people with an axe if they don't like jazz music, and it's just dumb. But like I said earlier, the guy playing the Axeman, he does a good job with the role, it's just the character is so freaking stupid. So that's my review of the episode. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this episode in the comments, and thanks for watching.